Deixa, deixa eu dizer o que penso dessa vida. Preciso demais desabafar.
So I've just flown back in from Germany back into London, and on the plane I was thinking about how I can put myself in more positions to learn about niche problems that I think are really important to the future, basically. Because I think that's the most important task that I currently have. I was thinking a lot about this. I was listening to this book as well. I need to check the name of the book because it's been very interesting. I need to look out for communities, especially that are in small places. So it's like usually a tight-knit community and it's quite fringe. I think Gundo is one of these examples right now. I'm sure there are more like them. And I think these things are also like deeply in person and deeply peer-to-peer. Like you can't search for these things online. And one of the things I've been doing, which I think has proved like a really useful exercise, is to actually take a notebook out and with my pen and paper go through, like, imagine this. I was trying to build a company, let's say 30 years ago. Like drop the phone, drop the Google searches, drop all that shit. Like how do you do that 30 years ago? Because I think you have to go back to basics sometimes. So much is done like in person and stuff like that, but people forget and they skip that step because Google exists, because now ChatGPT exists too. And they think that you can just like, AI or like spend 2 hours researching a space and find problems. And I think that's a terrible premise to part from. And so I'm trying to basically imagine that I was doing this like 20 to 30 years ago when the internet was not ubiquitous, neither were cell phones or anything else. How would I do it then? Because I think that process actually still applies. That may be an opinion of mine that like maybe a lot of people don't agree on necessarily, but I think that like business has not fundamentally changed how it is done well. People act like it has. They act like they can like Google search and ChatGPT their way into becoming industry experts on anything. And it's just not the case. Yes, you can learn a lot through YouTube video, but that is the equivalent of learning through books. If you wanted to build a business, you didn't stay in a library. If you want to build a business, don't stay in the library that is your laptop, basically. I think this is a kind of a really useful thought for people who want to get involved in business, because yes, you can do a lot of things remote, but not everything. Like I think if you want to build a big business, that is not going to happen just exclusively through your laptop. You will need in-person things for that as well. Yes, you can sell some like digital product or something like that from your laptop and make a bunch of money. I just think that's a waste of time, at least for me, like personally. I don't know. There are more interesting things to do, but figuring out those interesting things is the part that I'm kind of stumped at. And there was some part of me initially that was thinking, oh, maybe I should have gone to university or should consider something like that. But then I talked to my university friends and it's like, also doesn't really seem like the place to be. And so I really wonder, like, where is the medium through which you can best discover these kinds of problems? It's like, it's a major reflection that's going on with, with me right now. I think in-person meetups and communities are the best places. Like find a guy who knows a guy who's interested in something small and niche and go there, and then find a conference and something like that. Like I'm tempted to also try and write some essays on things about the future. So for example, making a video about basically my own interpretation of the existing evidence on nuclear reactors. Like, are they going to be the future of energy or not? Why yes, why no? Things like that. And basically go through the kind of different hyper-futuristic type of technologies and industries. So like, what does the future of mining look like? What does the future of shipping look like? Etc. Until I find an industry that maybe I spot some research that people aren't looking at. I've thought of doing this. I don't know if that's a brilliant idea because, like I just pointed out, I don't think you can ChatGPT your way or like Google Scholar your way into being an expert on something. But perhaps I also come across some interesting research, but I don't think that's a compelling argument for me to like commit a decade of my life into just any particular space. I don't know. I'll keep you updated on how things are going. But for the time being, I'm very keen to I'm going to be doing a lot of travel the next few days. I need to wrap things up here in London. Then I need to go drop some things off in Lisbon. Then I need to head to San Francisco. And I think that's the best path right now. We'll see. There. It's like 1 a.m. I'm going to head to sleep now. Drop any comments as usual.